Hello everyone and welcome to the video. For this video I'll be taking you on a POV drive and giving you my driving impressions of this 2018 Toyota Tundra SR5. This one only has 85,000 miles on it. This is the Crew Max model. Go and do a quick walk around here and then we'll get started with the drive. It is already running because I just got done filming the full tour and review of this truck. So if you guys haven't, I usually always put those up first. So if you haven't seen that, once you're finished watching this video, definitely go check out the full tour and review of it where I go through everything. Very nice looking vehicle. It's in great shape. Like I said, only 85,000 miles. Go ahead and look at the interior here. Very clean. Being the Crew Max, the back seat is massive. Very impressive. With still a decent amount of bed space. But yeah, I'll go ahead and take it on a drive. Alright, so we'll go and get started with the POV drive of this 2018 Toyota Tundra SR5. As you can see, just a little over 85,000 miles. Really nice truck. These are awesome. This Tundra is powered by the 5.7 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine. 381 horsepower, 401 pound-feet of torque, mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. By far one of the most reliable engines produced in any vehicle. And it does sound really nice too. Drives and sounds literally exactly like the 2014 as expected. If you don't know what I'm talking about, my family owns a 2014 Toyota Tundra Limited, same color, so very, very similar. Like I said, sounds really good. And of course, this guy's gonna be going slow. I would pass him, but not worth it. Rides and drives great. Like I said, I think it does have brand new tires on it. And if they're not, they're near brand new. They definitely look like it. Yeah, this powertrain is awesome. It's really unfortunate that they ditched the V8 in the current generation Tundra, which I knew they would, and as you guys probably remember, I reviewed and drove a newer one with the twin-turbo V6. It's still a good engine, it still does fine, but it's not the V8 by any means. Hopefully this guy doesn't turn right. If he does, it's gonna suck. He's either gonna go, nice. Didn't even put on his turn signal till last minute. Gotta love that growl from that 5.7 liter V8. Sounds amazing. Definitely not fuel efficient at all whatsoever, but that's not why you buy one of these. And like I said earlier, it's by far one of the most reliable engines to be produced ever. It is not uncommon at all to see these Tundras hit 500,000 miles or even 1,000,000 miles with minor to no issues at all on its original engine and everything. I've seen it happen many times. My aunt and uncle have a 2008 Tundra with over 400,000 miles, and that thing is literally like brand new. I made a video on it when it came through our dealership because that's actually where they got it from. So if you guys haven't seen that, definitely check it out. It's the cleanest high mileage. It's in better shape than this one, honestly, which is nuts. And this one's in really nice shape. This guy turns again. Nice. We'll get somebody else that's not going the speed limit. really, really good. And yeah, here we go. Someone again going slow. Now this guy's even worse. 10 under the speed limit. Gotta love it. Because I usually go like 5 to 10 over. But you know, I guess it just gives me more time to talk and drive this thing, which I won't complain about. So yeah, this is the second generation Toyota Tundra, which was in production for many, many years. Debuted for the 2007 model year and had many refreshes over the years. Had a pretty extensive mid-cycle facelift in 2014, which brought exterior styling changes and a whole revamped interior. A lot of people thought it was a redesign, but it was just a very heavy refresh. Same powertrain, same chassis, all that. Which really did numbers for that generation, kept it fresh, kept it looking good. And some tech updates in like 2020, and then in 2018 they added the 35-gallon tank versus the 26, and added those much newer looking headlights and all that. So even though it was in production forever, I think it aged really well. And personally, I prefer this generation over the current one, mainly just because of the powertrain. But don't get me wrong, the newer ones are really nice. This does actually have radar cruise too, which I was not expecting that, especially on the SR5 trim. I think this might be the first time I've driven, other than the 2014, this might be the only other second-gen Tundra that I've ever driven, which is kind of crazy, honestly. I never drove my aunt and uncle's. But, I mean, it's literally exactly the same. But yeah, this thing drives really nice, as expected. We'll get on the highway here in a minute. Can't beat a Tundra. They're just such great trucks. And every time we do get one in, oh my god, they sell in a couple days. Both this generation and the current generation. I mean, it's basically impossible to keep them on our lot, which makes sense. Pretty easy to find too, since there's so many of them, which is nice. But yeah, if it were me, if I was in the market for a full-size pickup, I would go for a 2021 model, since it is the final model year of this generation, or anything near it, like 2018 and up, I guess, or 2020 and up. Because they're all the same, it's just, I'd rather have the last model year of it, personally. But that's just me. We'll go and punch it here. Not fast by any means, but it's got good power. And I love the sound. So smooth. Such a great truck. This guy's like almost going off the road up there. Probably pissed away like a gallon of gas from that acceleration. But, oh well. Still says, even at a half a tank, it still says 318 miles of range, which, I mean, it's probably definitely less than that, but that shows how big of a tank this thing has. Like I said, I think it's like 35 gallons, or 30, maybe it's 38. I might be wrong on that. I think it's 38 gallon, not 35. It's almost 40 gallons, so if you use premium like I do, that's going to be an expensive fill-up, which these engines can run on 87 octane just fine. But I'm just the type of person that puts premium in all my vehicles. And my family's the same way. We've always put premium in our 2014. Just to maximize longevity and reliability, which that does happen, which that will help with that to a certain extent. A lot of people don't realize it. And this has the tap for 3 blinks lane change, which the 14 does not. So there's a few things that this one has that the 14 doesn't, but it is 4 years newer. And these cloth seats are very comfortable. The cloth's pretty high quality, but just me being me, I definitely get seat covers for it just to preserve them. And yeah, this engine is just so smooth and so nice. I mean, you can't even feel it idling. And it's quiet too, for the most part, except when you accelerate, which I'm fine with. I love listening to that V8. If it were me, I would, if it were my truck, I'd definitely like straight pipe it or something and just make it stupidly loud for unnecessary reasons other than entertainment purposes. Because that's just how I am. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this truck. These Tundras are super nice. Like I said, this one's for sale at Luxury and Imports in Hutchinson, Kansas. All their information is always down in my video descriptions. If you have any questions about it, let me know. And any other videos you want to see of any kind, if you have any ideas. Yeah, this thing's awesome. So yeah, that'll pretty much wrap it up for the POV drive review of this 2018 Toyota Tundra SR5. Thank you guys for watching.